All right, let's talk about the most complex, maybe a little frustrating, but definitely the most fascinating machine you'll ever get to operate, your own mind. This is kind of like psychology, a user's guide to you.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Ever wonder why some memories just stick? Like, you can remember some random offhand comment someone made to you years ago clear as day, but you have no clue what you had for lunch yesterday? What is up with that?
Or how about this one? I think we've all been here. You've got a huge paper due tomorrow, right? The deadline is looming, and what do? You suddenly find yourself deep cleaning your entire room. Or, deciding now is the perfect time to finally learn how to bake bread. Why do we do that? Why do we self-sabotage when we know it's a terrible idea?
And what about those days where you just feel, I don't know, off? You can't put your finger on it. Are you mad? Are you sad? Just tired? It's like, why is it so hard sometimes to even understand what we're truly feeling inside?
Well, believe it or not, these aren't just life's random unsolvable mysteries. It turns out there's a whole field of science that's dedicated to asking and answering these exact questions.
And that field, of course, is psychology. The really important word here is scientific. We're not just talking about, abstract philosophy. This is the actual science of our behavior, our thoughts, our feelings, everything that goes on in that private universe inside our heads.
So at its core, what psychology is really all about is connecting the dots. It's like building a bridge between what happens inside us and what we actually do on the outside. It connects all that invisible stuff, the thoughts, the feelings, the memories, to our actions out here in the real world. So to really get a handle on how that bridge works, it helps to think of it this way. You're basically living in two different but totally connected worlds all the time.
Okay, the best way to picture this is with an iceberg. You know how you only see the little tip sticking out of the water? Well, that's our outer world. It's the part everyone sees, our behaviors, our choices, the things we do. But underneath the surface, there's this massive, huge chunk of ice, right? That's the inner world. And that's the part that's really steering the ship. It's where all our thoughts, feelings, memories, and beliefs are hiding out.
Okay, so how does something from that hidden inner world actually pop up and become a real-life action? Let's walk through a super common example. And if you're a student, I have a feeling this is going to sound very familiar.
So it all kicks off with one single thought, deep in your inner world. There is no way I can pass this exam. Just that one thought. And what does that thought do? It triggers a feeling, a big one, overwhelming anxiety and fear. Maybe your chest gets tight, your mind starts racing, and all that chaos on the inside has to go somewhere, right? So how does it show up in the outer world? Boom, you're suddenly cleaning your entire room instead of studying. See, that anxiety feels so bad that your brain is basically screaming escape, and that cleaning behavior gives you a little hit of feeling in control, even if it's not helping you with the exam.
And when you look at it like that, you realize procrastination isn't really about being lazy, is it? It's not some character flaw, it's a coping mechanism. It's actually a pretty logical, even if it's not very helpful, response to all that chaos going on inside. It just goes to show our outer behavior is almost always a direct reflection of our inner world.
Okay, so this is all really interesting stuff, but what's the takeaway? Like, what do you do with this? How can you actually start using your own personal user manual? Believe it or not, the first step is actually the simplest. You don't need to be an expert. You just have to start noticing. That's it. So, the next time you catch yourself procrastinating or you feel that weird off emotion you can't quite name, just pause for just a second and ask yourself, without any judgment, hey, what's actually going on inside me right now?
Because look, understanding yourself isn't about having all the answers at once. It's really just about getting curious. It's about learning to ask better questions and then actually listening for the answers. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. What's your inner world whispering to you today?